Hello and welcome back to the channel, and for something a little bit different, Hearts of Iron 4. Yeah, with no mods. We're going to do a Germany playthrough. The reason I picked Germany is because my limited time on Hearts of Iron 4 is extremely limited. I have barely played the game, to be honest with you, and it's never been something I particularly enjoyed. Now, there's been a lot of expansions for this game. I haven't, as I say, played that much. I've played a bit recently, just offline, to give it a chance, and you might hear my washing machine going in the background, by the way, so you might have to handle that. But I feel like there's been a lot of expansions. I've dipped my toe in and out, and I feel like this is a good opportunity to kind of jump back in, so and give the game a chance. Like, you know, maybe you guys can sway me. A lot of people have asked about me playing this, and to be honest with you, I do feel like something a bit different. So here we are. Let's give it a go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am just going to get all of my units, and we're just going to chuck them in some armies, and I think we can change you into a motorized, because we don't want to keep that otherwise. And I think we'll take you, and we'll put you in an army, and then you we will put into an army as well. So we're going to create a new theatre, and we're going to have an OB vest, E-vest. I don't want to give them any reinforcement priority. What's this? Oh, you can... That's kind of cool. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. Can I change, like, icons and things? Probably I can, but I don't know how. Ah, insignia. Okay, we've got some different icons and things. I'm sure there's a mod out there where it adds more icons. I don't really like the shield. So let's give it a name. Give it a cooler icon. How about Second Army's icon like that? That'll do. There we go. At least it looks something a little bit nicer now. And let's give you guys over to there as well. We'll keep the purple one for this one. Why not? And then you guys will do the western area. So we'll give a command there, we'll give a command here. You gentlemen will do a fullback line, maybe? Yep, that'll do. Just to put them somewhere, and then you... give a line to there, and we'll give you guys the Austrian area, so that'll do. Then we're going to have a little look at tech. So, as with like base game Hearts of Iron, we're going to concentrate on industry. Mechanical computing there. And then can we get anything else? So these are all ahead of time. We don't want to get any of those if they're ahead of time. We could grab the infantry support ones. Why a 1918 tech wouldn't be immediately available doesn't make sense, but okay. And then we've got some free civilian factories, so I don't need to build either of those. We've got no divisions in basic training, so let's... nope, we want to do it like this. Yep, and we want to build 2 of you, and go to Brandenburg. Let's get a couple of motorized areas going as well. Okay, that'll do for now, I think. So we've got some free civilian factories, and I think what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to build up infrastructure in a couple of spots. Now, we do get an event, I think, to build up infrastructure a little bit, so We're not going to go overboard. So we're fine to build ships that are outdated and let them go. We've got the MIFO builds, which is okay. And we need rubber. So let's have a little look at our military factory situation. So we're going to want to build some fighters. And we're going to want to run them going. I think we're going to want some trucks and we're going to want some artillery. We're also going to want some more infantry equipment would be my early thoughts. Then for our national focus, we've got Rhineland first, I think is the way we probably want to go. And we are going to be playing semi-historically. Got a little bit of rubber, which is good. Cancel that and cancel that. And then I think that's the majority of things ready to go. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take our planes and I'm just going to put them into our reserves. Because we don't need to have them all kind of dotted about at the moment. So we've got a decent amount of different units. And let's put it on speed 5. Well, there we go, everyone. That's our starting point done. So we've got we've got a plane in production there as well. So how many are we building a day? So the one thing I do like about Hearts of Iron 4 is I really like the production system. I think this is a really good improvement, and it's one thing that just is a flat-out really good thing about the game. Things I dislike, I don't like the army unit system in this game. To be honest with you, I really dislike it. Which is one of the main barriers to me kind of enjoying it in general. We'll put the modal there, and we'll chuck Rundstedt in there, then we'll give Rommel command here, we'll give Lieb, if we've got him, command, who's a, high logistics person. Von Weid, Manstein, and then give Witzelben him, and Kukla. Cool. Alright, so that makes me happy. We're up and running. And the game runs, very quickly. I like the trains. And I like my little tank models, I must say. I can put the NATO counters on, which makes me happy. I don't really like the kind of this view. I prefer it like this. I don't like brown. Who likes brown? Is there a way to change brown so we don't have a horrible brown colour? Yes, like poo brown. Fuck that. Let's have a nice pink. Ooh, beautiful little pink. Like a little whitey, beautiful. Look at that. That's very nice. That's easily pleased. Yay, look at that. Right, what else can we get? So we've got dark purple, we've got these ones. Don't mind that colour. I don't like poo brown. Celestial Penetration Army, that sounds dirty. Let's give them the 17th insignia, and let's make them a nice blue. How do you feel about that? That'll do. Cool. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Now, we've got 41 political power, and I'm immediately going to drop a demand on the Dutch, because I think we can get some decent stuff out of that. As I say, I haven't played this game in quite a while properly. So we're kind of going with things as they go. Now, can I help Italy with volunteers? Okay, you can help Italy with volunteers. I don't know if it's really worth doing that, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't seem like it would be. I think we'll ignore the Italian needs at the moment. And we've got 4 days until we can do that decision again, so we will... Lovely. And then, is it back? Perfect. Let's grab that. And in the space of a month or a couple of weeks, we've already built up a little bit of rapport with the Dutch, which is good. Okay, and I imagine that... Ah, yes, so that's done. So, we can modify the government. to get some stuff. Now, I think the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to grab a 4-year plan, because we get Mr. Hammerschacht here, who would be good, and then we're also going to grab Mr. Rudolf Hess for the political power gain, which is going to just jump us a little bit, and at the same time... I'm going to grab you, exactly, which is good. Okay. Yeah, we do have some infrastructure built. Now, I'd like to build up a little bit in those ones that have just vacated, which would be perfect. And we've got a bit of army experience here. We've got 5 out of that. Now, I would like to get Keitel relatively soon. So we are going to build up political power. And we're going to get to Keitel pretty much as soon as we can. Our tank template. Now, if we go to our unit thing, if we were to add you, that wouldn't be terrible. And I want to get up to... yeah, we need 100, so we're not far off. And I'm immediately going to jump onto mechanical computing. Okay, so we get Army Eye Commander. We're going to jump in Keitel for the decrease in training time, which will be good in the pre-war. And we are going to demand further increases in the Dutch holdings. I'm assuming that we can get our points that we invest back from that. London Naval Treaty, 4-year plan. Going to be finishing up soon, and some early doors units coming online. And we'll give you guys over here to fill in the gaps. Days for them, and we're going to want to do the things that are going to be like over subscribed and there we go, so 9.5. So I feel like we want to keep building up our tank units, so if we edit this and how long until we get you up a little bit more, but not far away. And then we can give a commander over here. We probably want to... yes, these are only recruit level, they're trained, so that's fine. Let's jump onto autarky, and then I imagine our tech is about to kind of finish off relatively soon. Okay, so a couple of techs now. We're going to want to get the stuff which is going to be ahead of time. So, I mean, that's only 99 days, which isn't too bad. We want to get basic machine tools for sure. Do we want to hold off getting construction until we get that available, or do we want to do one of these? I'm not against getting this one ahead of time. 222 days. That's quite a long time. Get the oil processing a little quicker. Let's get that. Okay, I have units ready for deployment. You. So is there a war or something in Spain? No, not quite yet. And we can edit you and put in motorized infantry. That will improve their combat effectiveness a little bit. I don't care about the info bills, but I do care about dominating trade. Okay. Let's give you guys a better icon. Let's give you a tank army icon. The 2nd Panzer Army, there you go. Lots of icons. Got the ability to modify the government, and what we're going to do is we're going to get to Mr. Hammershaft, and then for our templates, we were to give like an armoured car or a motorised artillery, maybe? Maybe the armoured car? Discretion, HP, hard attack, soft attack, defense, breakthrough, fuel capacity. Does speed go up? Where is speed? So speed's unaffected. What if we were to put another motorized infantry in there? Let's do that. And then what we will do is we will target reinforcements with a higher priority. Okay, and then we've got a civilian factory built. So we've got 100% here and 100% there. Let's build up that one. And we don't need to rush any more than that. And we can continue to... So we can get 50 political power by jumping that up. So we can also continue to improve our units a little bit. So this is 18 combat width already. Would we want to replace that with an artillery? I think we probably would want to. And we'll change one out for an anti-tank gun. That's fairly interesting so far. So we've currently created the most tension, but I wouldn't say it's a lot. We've had a ship get built. Now I wonder, for our template, we need anti-tank trained up. Again, let's put a motorized artillery in here. We're all about that motorized artillery. And there's the ability to modify the commander corps. I'm not worried. And we've dominated trade with the British. Okay, so you're ahead of time. You're 193 days. Resource gain efficiency. I mean, dispersed, I guess. So if we're worried about bombings, I mean, which is Germany, we seem like we would be. Getting dispersed might make a little bit of sense. Okay, so we have the ability to send some volunteers. Now, army-wise, how many volunteers can we send? Is it 2, or is it... So yeah, it's 2 units. Now, I feel like we probably want to send a tank division over. A couple of them. If we were to send 2 of you. And if we were to put them in a new theatre, give a new commander, give it beautiful Kluger. And then, who do we want? Probably Gundarian. Yeah, probably. Not bad. And if we were to send then... So I remember the sending volunteers process. Send air volunteers. Okay, well, I'm not worried about that at the moment. But we can send you. And so they'll be transferred in how many days? August 1st, so about 10 days. Got a little bit of volunteers. Okay. Let's build another one there. Now that's come online. Okay, we're going to let that army build experience continue to build up. We're fine on that front, and when it gets to... Okay, there's our autarky. And I think we're going to build infrastructure and maximize it in these regions. Because it will also increase our ability, so yeah, we just get infrastructure, which is really good. And then we'll go on to get some civilian factories, and then an extra research slot. Okay. Not terrible. So we've got some Spanish volunteers.
Angetreten.
And yeah, we want Gunther von Kluge.
Achtung!
And I think we also want to... So we've got forest, mountains, and hills. So we probably want to go over here first and lend a hand at Oviedo. And there's a gap here in the line that we can exploit. Perfect. Lacking a little bit in supply. And I know we can trigger... So this is a new thing, this force attack. That wasn't in the game version the last time I played. And let's go on speed free. Let's micromanage things a little bit. So these guys are going to be cut off from supply now. So that's good. That's some good news. I think we're going to want to debate, so we're at 95% strength. So try and lend a hand. Got a victory here. So we've got a little bit of a battle going on over there that we can tend to as we see fit. And we're going to be getting a little bit of experience as this battle goes on. We're attacking from, getting attacked from multiple directions, which is helping. We can immediately send our tank in there. Mountain provinces are going to be very difficult for us to deal with, but there's a lot of units over here that if they can be dealt with, they're freed up to go help with the front line, and we can go deal with the border over here. So that's 31 civilian factories, which is not bad. Keep the build going.
Greift weiter an.
Do another
Ausrücken!
And then we've got Gunther von Kluge here, who get reinforcement rate and things. Not that bothered by that.
Ausrücken!
Very interesting, I must say. Civilian factories freed up, and yeah, so we kind of built, so Franken, Westphalian, Hanover and Brandenburg are all going to get 100%ed, so we probably want to build up some infrastructure elsewhere, to be honest with you, and go that way. I remember someone from the Japan campaign, when I briefly played that, told me that doing that was a good idea. Got supply issues and encirclement issues. Okay, so that was, you know, effective. Let's send our units down to Bilbao. Now, there is a music player, I think, on this. Oh, you can have the Sabaton soundtrack. An Axis radio. Well, I don't want you. Songs of the Eastern Front. And I can have all of my classic Hearts of Iron songs, can I? Ah, well, that's nice. That's kind of cool.
Greift weiter an!
So how are we looking experience-wise? Are we heading on up? Does look like our units are getting a bit of experience in the battle at Bilbao. I wish all of the places have their names listed. So that's called País Vasco, but like, is there a name of that place? Choice to modify government, but now we've got the Blitzkrieg theorist here, which would be kind of cool. I do think a bit of air stuff might be useful at some point, so in the meantime, we get Volta von Funk, or we could get the industrial one, which will make our research on industrial techs go a little bit quicker, which might be useful. So like the tech, is that 8 days? I might speed those up just a tiny bit.
Angetreten!
Let's got another mountains province over here, but we're tidying it up. Clearing those up will help a little bit. Now, I can see a little bit of a gap in the line here, Granada. So we could try and exploit that and surround Malaga. Get the attack going there. Got a couple of techs that are going to be finishing off at the same time. The Rex Autobahn and the improved machine tools. So I'm going to get a 300% bonus for synthetic resources if we do that. But I want to get the civilian factories. And there's one there that we can do really quickly, so let's get that. And this one's ever so slightly ahead of time, but do we want to try and get the synthetic one going so we can jump up for the fuel refining? I think we probably do. Now, you're all welcome in the comments to tell me that I'm a fucking moron, by the way, as I'm playing this. I will not judge you for calling me a moron. Just drop that volume a little bit more. Because I don't really know what I'm doing in this campaign. I know I probably want 20 width combat units, and possibly 40 when the war gets a little bit stronger, but when it comes to knowing what that means in real terms, I am limited, to say the least. We want to build, like, IC, effectively, industrial capacity, I'm assuming, but we're going to need to eventually pivot over to, you know, additional units at some point. Circlement penalty is doing wonders here along with the lack of supply. It's just going up as time goes by. A lot of weakness in organisation here. Mr. Mohammed Mezzanine. Against Valentin Gonzalez. Got a real head start on the Brits down there, so that's good. As it stands, what will we be getting? 90 political power. I mean, that's not small. And we've got 450 in That cap is going up neatly every week, which is kind of cool. Let's get some more on our destroyers.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Pretty decent tank units here. Let's keep a little bit of extra help going down there. And ooh, we've got one hell of an effective battle going on over there. You guys, hurry up and get this done. The low supply should be really getting to them. So they do have enemy air superiority, which is kind of sucky. What else have we got? So we're up to 35 trade influence things. Halfway interesting. Modify the officer corps. And yeah, we're going to want to work eventually on our doctrines. But for the moment, relatively happy. And how's our production going? What are we lacking? Artillery. Okay, so that tells me that for production, we need to do a lot more artillery. So we're going to drop guns. We're going to build up artillery. Let's fill out our ranks.
Greift weiter an!
Okay, and this battle is nearly a victory.
Achtung!
We want to help where we can. So we're up to experienced regulars now. So that gives a 25% positive combat modifier. Now, where do we want to send these units? Where do we think they could be the most help? So if we... Is there a terrain map mode? So this is plains down here. As is this. This is mountains over here. So we're going to want to ideally send our units in such a way that they're kind of heading into this part of the world. So we've got plains, plains, hills, hills. So let's send them over here. And let's try and get a little bit of support for them down there. They can reorganize whilst they go. Should be in a very good position to help defend. So using initiative to help here. He's got Trickster and Panzer Leader, which is good. Armored Speed is going to be helpful. And now doing not a lot against our units. Some machine gun armed tanks are the bane of the Spanish. Hope everyone's doing well, and I hope they're liking the series so far. Let's head into the Plains province. Beat back that unit that we just broke. That was enough to kind of ford the river now. If we were to kind of try and break over the river, let's try not to give them a moment's rest.
Achtung!
Try and surround them. Is there a unit in Madrid?
Ausrücken!
There isn't a unit in Madrid.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Can you
Zeigt
stop?
es ihnen!
I don't want the attack to happen, I want it to stop. How does one stop the attack?
Befehle?
Come on, tanks. In you go. If they managed to pull off a capture of Madrid, that would be a little bit bonkers, and there's planes actually going that way, so let's try and follow the rail link.
Bereit!
Ooh!
Achtung!
Let's let them follow through.
Angetreten!
Oh, into Madrid we go. This is hilarious. So we've got a possible pocket forming here. The AI did not enjoy that. Okay. Worse things have happened, everyone. We're doing well. Okay, mechanical computing just got done, which is going to make all of our research a little bit quicker. Got the ability to do radar and things. This is only 0.6 now, so we could also get the rubber processing. So let's get that going as well.
Alright.
Whilst we've got some supply issues, but not major.
Angetreten!
Should, in theory, be able to deal with
Befehle!
should be able to deal with that.
Los, ausrücken!
Come on, force that attack. Okay, and another little national focus done, so we can immediately get ourselves some additional civilian factories. And I think from a construction perspective, yep, takes us up to 14 of 15, that's not bad. I don't suppose we need all of our rubber anymore, do we? If we were to decrease that down by 1. How much are we lacking? 3, so not a lot. Okay, we've got an encirclement going. Very, very good. This is what we like to see.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Going to try and dislodge this single infantry unit. And I can't believe we managed to take Madrid without a fight. That's slightly hilarious. Right, so we've got cruisers here. Now, do we want to get rid of the destroyers first? I would say we probably do want to get rid of them first. And then we can work on our heavier ships at the end.
Greift weiter an!
Not bad. Not bad at all. And with these units cut off from supply, it is really just a matter of time. And then we can move south, possibly, or we can move over here to try and deal with this. And we are doing some tech at the moment. Let's increase our trade. And this will give us 110, which is not bad. I like this. This is relatively useful. It'd be great if we just move here, because then we can have 2 smaller movement pockets.
Greift weiter an!
But hey, it is what it is. Okay, and another little bit of stuff there I'm not too worried about.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Tanks are getting decent experience, which is good. The title's making his way up. We're on to excavation. So I kind of want to get construction 2, to be honest with you. And keep that building on up. Where I can. First level dispersed industry. And get the second level. And I think eventually... 300% bonus there. Not sure if we get anything else. I have to have a look in a bit more detail, but Anschluss, we need 500k in the field. So we're quite a distance away from that at the moment. And what's our major kind of stopping point on that? Still artillery. Okay, so what's going on, artillery? I've pumped more into you. Okay, we are getting there. We're making 4 in a bit a day. Let's take a little bit more out of here. Put in our factors of 5. Keep things going like that.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Okay, 1937 is on its way out. Isn't a small amount. Can you send that unit there, please? Yes, send it here. Well done, AI.
Los, los, los!
Because that is going to be helpful. So who can we get now? We've got a theorist option. Get plus 10% from him, which is not bad. Anyone else that we want? So Paul Dreadnoughts gives us some naval stuff. Mr. Kesselring gives us some stuff. Military High Command. No one really appeals to me there. Ah yes, Volta Funk for the military factories. Speed. Useful. And we're going to get them on that mountain. Okay, perfect. So that's good. That's some good news. Now, we've got a Plains province here, so I'm kind of thinking this might be the next spot for a breakthrough. Gives us a couple of options to kind of move around the flank. Got some more civilian factories we can build up. We can have a bit of an infrastructure kind of zone in the center of Germany here, which is good.
Los, los, los!
Okay, and continue to do the force attack thing. We've been battling you for what feels like forever. So our armor is blocking a large amount of their damage. It'd be good to see how much that's doing. We're going to have a lot of army experience after this, which is good. For 16 hours. We can jump up there. Hopefully we can dominate trade with the Dutch soon. Should have given these guys a new icon. Yeah, you can be the 1st Panzer Army. Beautiful. Are you Pooh Brown? You are Pooh Brown, aren't you? How about a nice purple? Oh, with a beautiful... Oh god, that's horrible. Why are you a purple icon like that? Why can't you be a nice red? Right, lovely. Good.
Alright.
What colour's this? Okay, we'll take that. It's fine. Okay, so we managed to break through there. We've got mountains and hills. Now, neither of those seem like particularly good areas for us to go to. I'm debating whether or not we want to try maybe doing the encirclement here, to be honest with you, outside of Madrid. So let's try and support and move over here. Ford the river.
Alright.
Okay, and then we can do an encirclement outside of Madrid. Which is good. Oh, I like the night mode. What was that? Is that a tech? No, it's not a tech.
Achtung!
We've got a couple of supply issues, but kind of nothing major. Okay, we've got a little encirclement here, and then we've got a whole bunch of units over there that we've got to deal with, so what we're going to do is we're going to close the gap here. You guys got to get in. Good. Well done. Free up some units there, and then we've got planes kind of in the run towards Valencia. Okay, and then are we getting onto, yes, an extra research slot. Cool. And that's going to be 140 on there, which is good.
Los!
And this looks like victory. They caught a pretty decent mountain unit in plains, which is good. Like a hills position. Force attack there. And we've got some victories ongoing here. 89% towards being a veteran. And we've got our experience going up very nicely. I think I can see a bit of a gap forming here that we can look to exploit. Just outside of Madrid. See some a bridge, which would be good to grab. So we can add a theorist at some point. That is very good. Our units being very effective in this kind of terrain. Let's try and punch into this plains province over here. We're a little bit lacking on organisation, but we're getting there. Let's try and break that down there. I want to try and take this head into these plains areas here, to be honest with you. Like, if we could hit the railways, that would be really good. In fact, good to grab there as well, because then we've got a real break on the front. So up to 51 civilian factories already, which is not bad. You know, national focuses are doing well for us. I can see there's been some degradation over here. Can't see the tanks. Ah, they're in just outside of Madrid. Ah, okay, so we have the Regional Council of Aragon. Is that what it was? Yes, the Regional Defense Council of Aragon. Can't say that I think that's going to be effective. Yay, anarchists.
Ausrücken!
Okay. This is good. So, ugly shields have been changed. We're in pretty good position, all things considered. And we've got the ability to push over here, I think, relatively quickly. So we're only doing 50% damage at the moment. And they just have to hold a relatively easy front line here. Okay, and I think we're coming up to an hour, so yeah, I think we'll probably call it an episode once this battle ends, which is not far away. It looks like it's a cavalry division, oh, it's an infantry division we're facing. Why is it not a cavalry icon? Okay, so there we go, we made it over, and we're nearly at 100 army experience, which is kind of cool. So, I think the key thing that we want to do in the next episode is we want to continue building up this trade aspect. Now, we are slowly but surely building up artillery stocks. How's our artillery production looking? So we're 308 for reinforcement. So, that isn't too bad at all. The upgrades here for the Panzer II, we've got 5.84 a week on you, and the only thing driving us down at the moment is we need one more unit of rubber there, and we need another couple there, so we're not far off getting what we need on that front. We're just waiting on research, so rubber processing will upgrade it by 1, which is good. We're getting fuel refineries there. What is the equipment cost there? Dispersed industry, we've got engineering already, which is 4%, so we've got 8%, and then we've got some 37 level techs coming up soonish, so we want to get both of these. That's a big important thing. But yeah, I'm going to call an episode there. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.